soon after freshman year, you made the decision. You're like, I want to go out to Utah. I want to, go across a country
Hmm.
and, just do something completely different. That's
Hmm.
a big decision, especially. I mean, I'm assuming you were still 18 at the time,
Hmm.
or like 19 at the max.
I was 18, yeah.
Yeah, so you're still 18. So like, that's a huge decision to be like, all right, like I went to this school for 1 year. Just let me drop everything. Let me just move.
Hmm.
And then on top of that, I know this because we've talked before. Is you did residency there, and you're
Hmm.
living out there, and you're doing all
Yeah.
these things. And I think, and that's gonna go into another part of this is after you moved out is like how you kind of pursued all your passions and such. But
Hmm.
first things first is how you made that decision to leave Stony Brook and then move all the way to Utah.
Hmm. Yeah. I almost want to say I had nothing to lose. I wasn't, and that's not to say that the connections I made didn't mean anything to me, because every time I go back home, like I always try to make a point to see you guys, because that's just such an important part um, of New York to me, is the friends I made at Stony Brook. But just at the time, like the major wasn't clicking. I still was kind of salty about being forced to go to school. Um, and I mean, Long Island just like it wasn't the place for me, right? I mean, there wasn't, I was part of the sailing team. That was kind of one of my passions, but I wasn't really, even that I wasn't that into. It was just kind of tough to pursue the things that I wanted to do where I was.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I really just felt like, I didn't have much to lose and I had a lot to gain from a completely different experience. Um, and it was Luciano actually, who I remember he was trying to do that same program. And just seeing somebody else do it, seeing somebody else go through the motions and try to do this thing, I'm like, oh, that seems kind of cool.
Hmm.
Like, I'll try it. Um, so
Okay.
it wasn't that thought out, really. I just, I like, I like skiing and they had skiing in Utah. I'm like, no, hell, like, I'll give it a go. It was really a simple kind of decision-making process, if you will.
I think that simplicity, though, even though it sounds like it's like not thought out or didn't have as much kind of checks and balances in it, it's still
Hmm.
a decision that a lot of people are scared to make. It's like
Hmm.
when you feel something, you won't 100% know why you feel that way, but if you feel something that there's some part of you that wants to do it. And I think
Right.
acting on that is really important because I know for a fact you don't regret that decision of going out to Utah. Man,
No.
every time I see a snap, like a snap or an Instagram story of you like skiing or hiking or being on the mountains or biking, all of this stuff, I was like,
Hmm.
that's Tomas being Tomasi. Like
Yeah.
it just makes sense.